What's happening, crew? I have a surprise for you, and then there's good news and bad news after. So what's the surprise? Well, the surprise is one of the best looking bikes I've ever seen in my life, and I have been wanting to ride one of these ever since it came out very recently, and there's not a lot of reviews or videos out there, so pretty excited to get on this bike. Bad news is I don't have it very long because I had to borrow it from a buddy, and so I only have it for a few hours. The good news is I did get one. And what is that one bike? Well, I don't know if anybody would have guessed this. It's in the realm of bikes that I really, really dig. 120 rear, 120 front, 29-inch wheels. It's pretty much a party in the woods. Yeah, you guessed it. It is a Transition Spur. So very pumped to get on this bike and rip my normal trails here in Bentonville. I'm not going to go over specs because if you're watching this, I'm sure you have an idea of what the Spur is, and if you don't, you can go to Transition's website and look it up. This is a stock X01 build. Very, very good looking bike. I'm excited to rip on this RockShox setup. Like I said, it looks really good. I mean, if I had to look at numbers and say, hey, that's a bike that would really resonate with me, this bike says that. So 120, 120. It's the Sid Ultimate, but it's got that race day damper. So it's kind of funny that I automatically think, 120, it might be a little bit small. I'm not too concerned with this. I went a little higher on the pressure up front, so I'm running 90 PSI up front, and I have the sag set at 25% in the rear, and I got the tires pumped up quite a bit. It's a 2.4 dissector up front and a 2.4 recon in the rear. So I'm gonna rip this thing. I'm gonna go ride what I normally do, hit Ravine, hit Masterpiece, hit a little bit of hammer down, which I called flow zone, and I think that'll give me a really good cross section. So only thing left now is to get on and rip it. So are you ready? Are you ready? Party in the woods? I am. Listen, it's pretty good. You know what test we have to start with, right? The Manuel test. Thumbs up on the manual test. Feels kind of like a BMX bike. It's pretty rad. Feels super light. Funny though, it feels bigger than 120 millimeters already. So we'll see how that manifests on the trail. All right, let's go hit it. All right, here we go. Dropping it on Ravine. Here on the Transition Spur. Feels good so far. All right, first test. Can we hit the big double? Oh yeah. Woo. Wow. All right, pretty nimble. How about double number 2? Yeah. Wow. All right, first 2 tests. Pretty legit. Wow, this thing. Super nimble. Let's give it a little manual try. So I said it was a large, and I'm like, man, it feels really small for a large. Well, if you look right down there, I think M stands for medium. Having fun on the medium, but I need to ride a large. I could acclimate and get used to it, but the wheelbase seems really small. Let me say this, very interested in riding a large to see what the difference is, because right now things like a hot knife through butter. You can literally put it anywhere you want. It's crazy. I wonder if or how much of that will go away on a large. So very interesting, very interesting. Sizing here for somebody around 5'10", 5'9", 5'10", 5'11". I think you're gonna have to really think about where you're riding and what you want to do with this bike. But man, initial impression so far, Turtle Boss, this thing's rad. It's really rad. All right, let's move down. Yeah, pretty good. One more here. We'll try manual nose, manual out. Yeah. All right. Already digging this thing. Where do I start? Incredibly nimble. Feels amazingly light, but pretty capable based on that right there. I ripped that pretty hard. The other thing you notice too, the thing just gets going. Like you pedal, you put the power down and it just goes. So, man, I'm curious to hit some other stuff up here. Got it set up pretty stiff, but I still didn't use all the travel. Man, let's go. Let's hit hammer down or masterpiece. Shoot, see what that's all about. All right, cruising over to masterpiece. Just figured I'd try to gather the thoughts a little bit. Thing feels rad. It feels like a super capable cross-country bike, pedal wise, but then it's just slack enough that it feels like a trail bike. I just hit pretty much everything on Ravine that I would normally hit without even sizing it up, and it handled it great. So I'm gonna roll up here. Masterpiece is a fun one. It's Jeremy Wytek's new spot. I've posted some videos of it already. Some metal business, and then a couple big old booters. Let's try this right here, a little manual in. Yeah, so the medium, you definitely notice the shorter wheelbase, but I'm kind of digging it. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Let's hit the masterpiece. Nice. Check the floater. Yep. Busting big. Oh yeah. Yeah. I think it's time to see if it's wall ride approved. Do you want to see if this bike is wall ride approved?
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, a couple trails in so far. Ravine, thumbs up. Masterpiece, definite thumbs up. Proving to be a very do-it-all bike. I'm riding what I would normally ride. This is my review, so I want to make sure I stick to what I do normally to get a good feel for it. And so far, this thing's rad. Super light, nimble. I think being on a medium makes it a little bit more kind of, I don't know, easy to put exactly where I want. So I'm trying to acclimate to that a little bit more. Really curious what a large is going to feel like, because, wow, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna roll over now. We're gonna hit hammer down, which I've called flow zone before. So a little kind of cross country climb up to get over there, which will give me some more feel for that. And then we're gonna rip some faster, a little bit chunkier trail versus this slow stuff. So we're gonna keep going. Let's do it. Come on. All right, here we go. Hammer down time. So pretty pumped. You gotta ride smart, pre-ride, re-ride, free ride. So thankfully I've been on this one a few times. So I'm gonna rip through, see how the Spur handles the big stuff. So here we go, coming in. Oh yeah, right through that rock garden without an issue. Yep, feels good. It's crazy. 120 mil. Yeah, the problem is I'm going too fast. So you can just pump. Still haven't pedaled. Blast down that. Yep. Yeah, wow. I think we're gonna hit that one again. Oh yeah, little hammer down the transition spur. I think Party in the Woods, is that their thing? Party in the Woods? This is 120 millimeter Party, I think, everywhere. I am thoroughly impressed with this bike. Out of the box, no changes, X01 build, and wow, yeah. It's kind of unique that it's a medium. Very much like a razor. Super nimble. The bike just goes wherever you want because it's so light. But what's crazy is it's this fine balance for me, especially, of it being light but not unnerving, because the harder you ride it, it seems the more it responds. Now it gets moving very quickly, so that's something that's kind of foreign to me, and I'm getting to where I'm using all of the travel. But I'll tell you what, the Sid Ultimate and the Sid Lux Ultimate on the back of this, I'm shocked. I've never ridden a 120 bike that feels like this. The Trail 429, the Django, they both felt like bigger bikes. So it's crazy that this thing strikes such a gnarly balance. Now, the only thing that sucks is I have to give it back. So my man John, and trust me, I understand it, wants his bike back. So I literally have like another 45 minutes with this thing. So man, I would love to ride it more. I would love to get a better feel for a few more of the trails around here, like Little Sugar, maybe even get out to like Passion Play or even Nebo. It seems like this would be a rad bike for Nebo. Man, I'm normally on a large, and I thought this was a large. It's actually a medium. It feels pretty good. There's a few times where I've been a little too far back and kind of rubbed my butt on the rear tire. I would like to ride a large because I think for me, the large would bias the bike a little bit more towards some high speed stability, because the thing just gets ripping. Like, I came through here and I'm used to setting up in certain spots for the turns, but the bike's just, I'm moving too damn fast. So I got to get used to that. So the longer bike, little longer wheelbase might kind of split that difference. So I don't know, hopefully, if transition, if you're out there listening, I would love a long-term large demo unit in this right here. This X01 build, I think it's $59.99. Very good, I'm telling you. This DT Swiss, these are the, I think these are the XMs or XR. So XR 1700s with 2.4 recons, and I've been able to just shred everything here. So yeah, so far, I'm pretty impressed. Like I said, I'd really like to get a long-term unit and ride it a little bit more to really see how it compares to those other bikes. So, man, all I can say is send some messages to Transition, convince them to let me ride one. So, all right, it's time to eat, right? We got I got a Monte Cristo calling my name from Meteor, so we're gonna go hit it. Peace out, dumpers.